Good evening and a warm welcome to one and all over here virtually. I am Jismary Jos, Assistant Professor of the Department of Mathematics, Maharaja's College. Maharaja's College, Ernakulam is a unique institution of higher education. Its hoary tradition and consistent achievements in various fields of human activity envelop it with a halo of an outstanding temple of knowledge. From its extremely modest beginning as an elementary English school founded in 1845, with the express aim of imparting such instruction to the students as would enable them to conserve English without the aid of interpreters, Maharaja College grew in stature slowly but steadily over the years to its present status as an institution of higher learning designated as a center of excellence by the government of Kerala and a college with potential for excellence by the UGC. And the Department of Mathematics was established in 1875. The undergraduate program in mathematics started in 1935. From the year 1951, the department has started to offer the Master of Science program in mathematics. And the department upgraded as a research center in the year 2019. In this pandemic era, the online mode enters to the academic level and we all adapted the mode. In association with Internal Quality Assurance Cell, we, the Research and Postgraduate Department of Mathematics, Maharaja's Autonomous College, Ernakulam, is organizing an international webinar series on various fields in mathematics. It's the 10th day and we have come to the end of the webinar series. Today, we have with us Dr. Mohammad Ekramol, Professor and Treasurer, Northern University, Bangladesh, and Chief Editor of the Journal of Business and Technology, to give a talk on inventory models with Revert. Welcome, sir, to the webinar. I welcome the Governing Council Chairman and retired Deputy Director of Collegiate Education Department, Professor Peter Revert, to the event. Also, I welcome Principal of Maharaja's College, Dr. Matthew George sir, to the webinar. Next, I would like to welcome the backbone of our department and the convener of this webinar series, Dr. Blomi Joseph, Head of the Department of Mathematics, to the webinar. Without her effort and initiation, the webinar couldn't be happened. Welcome, ma'am. We have with us the energetic, enthusiastic man, Dr. Joby Varghese, the NAC coordinator of Maharaja's College, to facilitate the event. Welcome, sir, to the webinar. Also, I welcome all the faculty, research scholars, and our dear students who worked hard on and off the screen to make this webinar series a successful one. Not the least, I welcome all the participants who have joined through Streaming Studio, YouTube, and Facebook. We got good responses from you for the past 9 talks, and I hope today's lecture also will satisfy your expectations. Now, I cordially invite Dr. Blomi Joseph, Head of the Department of Mathematics, to formally introduce and welcome the key speaker, Dr. Mohammad Ekramol, to this event. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon to all. A few words about our resource person, Dr. Mohammad Ekramol, Professor and Treasurer, Northern University, Bangladesh, Chief Editor, Journal of Business and Technology. He served as an adjunct faculty in Bangladesh Open University, Bangladesh University of Professionals, South East University, Bangladesh, and so on. Adorns different positions like Head Department of Business Administration, Northern University, Bangladesh, Dean, Faculty of Business, Northern University, Bangladesh, Treasurer, Northern University, Bangladesh, and so on. Member in the editorial board of International Science and Research Journals, Research Journal of Operation Management and Services, Advances Open Journal of Operation Research, Universal Journal of Management, NUB Journal of Applied Sciences, Asian Economic and Social Society, Sonoregon University Journal, etc. Reviewer of many national and international journals. Some are University Journal of Management, USA, the Yugoslavia Journal of Operations, Yugoslavia, Research, International Journal of Industrial Engineering Theory and Practice, life membership in various organizations, Asiatic Society of Bangladesh, Bangladesh Statistical Association, Kerala Mathematical Association, Kerala Statistical Association, Ramanujan Mathematical Society, Indian Society for Probability and Statistics, International Journals of Engineering and Sciences Research, Researchers Promotion Group, etc. Authored several books. Some of them are Environmental Thoughts, Stochastic Inventory Models with the Retrial of Customers, Lambert Academic Publishing, Germany, Environment and Our Forests, and so on. Editor of several journals and magazines. Some are NUB Journal of Applied Sciences, Nature Study Digest, Journal of Business and Technology, around hundreds of research publications. PhD examiner of Bharatiyar University. He is the founder of Northern University Environmental Club, Northern University Film Club. He has got Best Paper Award in the field of industrial engineering at Revert in the International Conference in Mechanical, Industrial and Material Engineering. He has got several awards, honors. Some are National Science Information Communication Technology Fellowship, Northern University Bangladesh Research Grants, National Science and Technology Fellowship, India Government Scholarship for PhD level. Moreover, he is a humble and approachable person. On behalf of all, I welcome Dr. Ikram for the presentation. Please, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Bloomy Joseph. A huge and lengthy introduction. Okay, before going to my presentation, I have to talk regarding something regarding Kerala, because I spent a lot of time there from 2000 to 2004, and I got two of my best teachers, okay, in my life. Obviously, I will mention their name. Professor T. Trivikraman, he was at then head of the department, COSAT, Department of Mathematics, Cochin University, Science and Technology. And therefore, I got Professor A. Krishnamurthy. He was my direct supervisor, PhD supervisor. So he was such a humble and nice fellow. More than that, I got 32 research scholars there when I was in COSAT. So I will never forget them. I like Kerala and Keralites. Okay. And it was a beautiful experience. Okay. And I visited a lot of places also in Kerala, at least 10 to 12 districts in Kerala. So therefore, I am very much delighted to be present here, and I am giving special thanks to Dr. Bloomy Joseph to call me to give a lecture here. So I am becoming emotional. You know, I am going back 19 or 20 years back when I was in Kerala or COSAT. So thank you very much once again. So can I go to my slide presentation right now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. When I was in Kerala, I was just a fresh student, and when I returned back to my country, Professor Krishnamurthy asked me which profession I will be, and I told that actually I want to be a teacher, and I took this profession. So today I am going to present a paper on stochastic inventory models with reworks. So basically, scientists or mathematicians who are working in this dimension, stochastic inventory modeling or QS, I can provide some thoughts for further research. So I think this will help them especially, and this is my motto, to share some dimensions of these works. And very few basically research work is basically conducted in this dimension. So I want to share some of my thoughts and the model which we developed and already published in a Yugoslavia Journal of Operation Research. So the concept basically we took basically a business or industry or manufacturing point of view. So far, you got my introduction that I was hugely involved on the business faculties and business department because I was the head of the Department of Business Administration and then Dean Faculty of Business. So basically, I try to, and also inventory and queues are basically fallen under the business research. Obviously, our thing is not management part, but mathematical modeling part. Basically, we are tackling. So here we can see that in industry, rework, it means that you produce the finished goods, sell it to the customers, and after taking this product to at home, the customer basically observing that something is wrong. Okay, so they are returning back this to the organization, and then you have to do some work. Suppose, especially if you give the guarantee or certain time periods warranty to the customer. So therefore, rework is a common phenomena, but obviously the less reworks is better for the organization's profit and branding, etc. So why this is happening actually? So it is basically maybe due to the machine breakdown. Okay, when the product is in the pipeline, suddenly machine is going out of order, and the product which is basically the non-defective become defective. That may be one of the reasons. Then poor maintenance of the machinery is another things can cause certain types of defectivity, and you have to do some work. Unmotivated employees, they are not motivated, and therefore they are not giving extra care when the production process is going on, or poor quality management. Okay, there is no proper quality inspection or like that. So then inaccurate measurement and poor design of the product and services. These are all are responsible for making the product defective. And once it becomes defective, it is not a good sign for the organization, especially if it is going to the customer hands, and they are not in fact they are not happy for that, because they paid for that, and with the expectation that this product will satisfy their expectation. So therefore, the concept is present in in several dimensions, in several types of organizations. So rework is there, and it is,
Excuse me,
you
sir.
cannot 100% prevent it, because the man machines, even man machines can fail, or human error. You know, the man properties as that pupil human being will make error and something. So even though in the lean production or Six Sigma limits concept, you can the error limit is becoming drastically reduced due to the lean manufacturing. Wastivity become reduced, but
Excuse me,
still
sir.
they are allowed 3 defects per million. So therefore, it cannot be basically zero, and there may be some. But again, I am telling that less error indicates better performance of the organization, and later on it must have to increase the branding or goodwill for the organization. Okay, and more than that, this cost is involved. Huge cost is involved in the rework process, or scrapping of the defective products can be very significant. But obviously, it is not desirable by the organization, and therefore we have to address, especially the scientists and mathematicians and management scientists. They have to give the emphasis to this point, so that error can be reduced or rework can be reduced, and ultimately, yeah, in order to betterment of the organization, goodwill, branding, etc. Okay, because we are proposing these models because you know that stochastic modeling basically, Dr. Blooming Joseph basically wrote me a letter through the email that it should be better to make a Markovian process. And therefore, we have inventory research in deterministic dimension. Also, we have stochastic or dimensions. And therefore, we are tackling this problem as a stochastic process as per the requirements of the Dr. Blooming Joseph. By the way, some reworks, related works, previous works, which basically gave me the idea and encouraged me to do some research on stochastic. Please.
Sir, can you
Yes,
make it
I'm
a
hearing.
full screen? Full screen.
I'm hearing.
Make it a full screen. Full screen. Full screen.
Full
Presentation.
screen.
Make
Okay.
the presentation as a full screen. Full.
Oh yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, I got.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, it's okay.
No. Yes. Now it's
Okay.
okay. Okay.
So
Okay, sir.
basically, the words basically. Uh, yes. So I got some information, encouragement on whatever it is. You can see from these papers. Actually, this paper, the economic production quantity with rework process in supply chain management. You know the. I think your college must have the business faculties, and supply chain is very important and emerging concept nowadays. So this is basically integrated now with the operations management, supply chain, and logistics, etc. So therefore, he basically addressed this problem when the production is going on the supply chain. It may be the internal supply chain of the manufacturing company, from raw materials to finished goods. So in between, if some defectives is basically um, they found, then basically they address this problem so that ultimately the finished goods will be non-defective. But it was there was no involvement with the customers or like that, because before going out of the organization, people used to take the tackling this problem so that the branding image will be remaining same. Another is that this fellow from I think Tamil Nadu, Krishnamurthy and Panayappan, in 2013, they addressed one model, an EPQ model, for an imperfect production system with rework and shortages. So that basically, so far I remember that I was the reviewer of this paper, International Journal of Operation Research. They gave me, and I got some ideas. But this paper was fully on deterministic models. There is no stochastic or Markovian process applied there. And later on, this dimension, this Shiva Shankari, basically, she did a PhD under Panayappan, and addressing huge number of models basically tackled by Shiva Shankari. And fortunately, I was the reviewer of the thesis paper, and I got huge information. But all the things was basically deterministic point of view, except the first one. But our model and the first model was main difference is that it was the inside the supply chain and inside the organization. In our cases, some external customers are there, so the relationship with the customer and organization. And previous one work was only in the production line, means that inside the supply chain of the organization. So, what is the difference between the two? We know that the persons who are doing research on the inventory modeling, that deterministic, it means the parameters, demand, lead time, and others parameters which are involved in the model, basically well in advance. They are known. They are known well in advance, and therefore no need to take any assumption on the uncertainty or probability will be assigned to that. Uh, and this is little bit easier to tackle the deterministic model because there is no uncertainty. But stochastic models is that some parameters must be unknown, and you have to tackle with the uncertain environment, and therefore it may be little bit tougher. So, by the way, thing is that the more realistic. Okay, if you think the reality perspective, then deterministic model is not that type of realistic. I think because nothing is certain in our world and even in our daily life. Okay, even in your personal life to corporate or social or family life, commitment you may not keep all the commitments because some emergency works may be there and you have to postpone the works, or you have to cancel the program also. This phenomenon is very common in our personal life, and if it is happen in the personal life, then think about the corporate life. And I want to mention one phenomena of the Belfredo Pareto. Most probably you heard the name Belfredo Pareto. This Belfredo Pareto was an Italian economist, philosopher, statisticians, and whatnot. But he gave one phenomena that uh, a personal life cannot be a problem free. A personal life cannot be a problem free. Then how can be a particular organization where thousands of people are working or 100 machineries are working, or a lot of interrelated things are there. So therefore, stochastic models is more realistic than the deterministic model. Um, okay, now this is our works we basically encounter. Okay, obviously from the getting the information from I mentioned already, Panayappan and Chang and like that. So here these words you can I think you can download this paper. The person who is basically in our dimensions and hearing these lectures from me, I will request them that go through this paper and try to improve this or make it more strength or healthy or whatever it is. So there is a lot of opportunity also. There is a lot of opportunity. I will tell later on. So this paper was published in 2018, and therefore another paper that is another things included postponed demands, and this paper also published in the 2018 from the Chittagong University Journal of Science. It is one of the renowned public university in Bangladesh. From there, our paper. But here you can see that here we in this model it was stochastic inventory models with rewards. But here also we added some new dimension that is called the postponed demands. One thing I have to mention that I am very indebted to my professor Krishnamurti sir, because myself and Krishnamurti sir, this is the paper you are seeing here, the Krishnamurti and M. Islam in 2004. This is the ever first paper in postponed demands we tackle in the world, and therefore I am very proud of these contributions, and obviously I am very much recalling my beloved Professor Krishnamurti, because he gave the new dimension. And finally, nowadays, if you search a lot of papers on inventory with postponed demands, you can get from the internet, and this is we are the first. So here some I'm proud of that. Okay, I'm not becoming egoistic, but I'm very proud of that because we have some contribution in the mathematical models, and it is at the time it was absolutely new. Another paper I tackled after coming back there. Here, this postponed demands means some works you have to postpone when emergency works basically comes to you. Okay, say for an example in a hospital when doctors are checking up the patients, but if one fellow becoming patient senseless, the doctor obviously postpone their present work and taking care of the patient who is basically fall down or become faint. So this we included here postponed demands with service facilities, and Barman and Kim, two scientists, basically in 1990s, they tackled that inventory model with the service facilities is quite applicable, and they produce a huge number of papers, and now it is a common phenomenon that previously scientists basically remember that inventory system will be only applicable for the manufacturing organization, but now a lot of papers and practicalities that inventory system also applicable in the service providing organization. So later we work we have some other papers also, but I did not mention here because that was some proceedings or like that. But this becomes a journal, so therefore I am sharing. Now, what is a stochastic process? Actually, if some audience here are not familiar with that, so I want to very briefly, I will tell some concepts so that to understand my present paper will be very easy for them. So, a set of random variables is called stochastic or random process if it is a function of time and space. It means in a stochastic process, there have a time in state space and time space. So, and obviously uncertainty also involved. I can give one very simple example here, that here you can see that if this is the inventory level, I took the screenshot, and that's why it is not properly visible maybe, but I am explaining this. This is the highest inventory level we referred as a order level, and this is the reorder level. When the demands fall up to on the reorder level, a new replenishment will be take place. And here we impose a condition that inventory can be degraded due to the demands or some other reasons only take these values s minus 1 1 0 minus 1 minus 2. Here minus 1 and minus 2 indicate that it is basically backlogs. It means demand were there, but due to the lack of products, you could not satisfy their demands, customer demands. That's why it is like that. So we can see that inventory level at the very initial time period when n equal to 0, this inventory level up to here, and J1 is the demands take place in a particular time epoch. So due to the demand, it is going back to N1, X1. And when replenishment takes place, it is going to the X2 due to the demand of J2, and so on. So here we can see that that our system is basically getting progress, and we have two one is steady space, that is inventory level in this problem, and we have also time epoch, that is here at the time period n 1 2 3. So in both of the case, you are seeing that it is basically discrete number. It is taking the discrete number, and therefore this process xn, n is greater than or equal to 0, will give you the Markov chain, because when you have the steady space and time space both are discrete, then this process is called the Markov chain. Otherwise, if there is a one discrete, another continuous, discrete, and continuous, in this case it can be the Markov process. So Markov process is a special types of stochastic process, because Markov process has certain properties. Some properties are there. So this properties is called the Markov property, when future will depends only on the present, not past. So this also called the memoryless property, which we can tell later on, that future will depends only on the present, not in the past. Okay, so holding these properties, if this Markov properties is basically hold in a particular system, then we can call it the Markov process. So Markov process can be Markov chain, when there is a discrete time space and state space. And this way we can evaluate the probability that in a particular situation it was xn, and then it will be depends upon xn when you are moving from the xn to xn plus 1. I already mentioned that actually Markov chain. What is Markov chain? Because it is a discrete parameters. Markov process having discrete parameters, right? Both of the parameters are discrete. So another concept we required to tackle this type problem, that is called the irreducibility. Irreducibility in general terms, we can tell that you can reach from to every state from every other state if you want. Maybe your transition may be much more. You have to take much more transition, but still you can. There is a possibility that you can reach any state from any other state. And also this thing can be shortly telling that this Markov chain, when it will be the irreducible, then there will be no absorbing state. Absorbing state means when it will be reached to that particular state, it will not come back. It will be remaining there forever. Say for example, if our life is transition from one state to another, then when we'll die, then it will be the absorbing state. From after death, you can not return back to the earthly world, isn't it? That may be another world after death, that is that there. But so absorbing state means once the system is reached to that point, it will not move from that point. Another concept, we need the rate matrix, because we use some matrix concept, and therefore a matrix has these properties. Or when it becomes the diagonal elements, I equal to j, then it will be the negative elements will be here. It means no change, no demand, no service. This type of phenomena basically used here. And when I not equal to j, it will be some positive values. So if the matrix has these properties, then it is called the generator or transition rate matrix, and we will use this rate matrix or transition matrix in our model, and that's why I am telling this. And by using this stationary distribution and by using the normalizing condition means all probability must be equal to 1. And by using this theorem, pi a, steady state probability is pi, and A is a matrix, okay, transition generator matrix, A tilde. Therefore, if pi equal to 0 and summation of pi equal to 1, this is called the normalizing condition. Because in a probability theory, there is a rules that all the probability will be assumed in the system must be equal to 1. Now, Poisson process, we'll use that. Poisson process is very important for the modeling, even though some other developed process available, and that is here people can work for further, okay, complex process or like this. So to tackle some problems related to the reworks and other things. Here, the Poisson process will have certain conditions, but here this is very attractive. You know, the mean of the Poisson process is equal to the parameter value. Okay, so that's why for tackling the problem, inventory or queuing problem, is become very, very easy because you should not have some other terms. It is just straightforward. The average value is equal to the parameter value, which will be the parameter, maybe lambda, mu, or whatever it is. So the Poisson process with particular parameter, when we take the average value of the Poisson process, and it become equivalent to the value of lambda. So it's give the very, very comfortable. Now the model which we are basically showing here, we developed here that inventory system, there must have inventory system for the fresh items and inventory for the return items. Okay, so this is basically we introduce, okay, here. And replenishment for fresh items, the highest inventory level will be capital S, and here phi, we maximum capacity of the reorder items here. So why this return comes basically? This is because the organization very often giving the confidence to the customer that no problem, you buy our product, and if some problems are there, you will just return back to it. We will work on it, or we'll give you the new one. So pupils by born, basically human beings are very confused and want to be risk free, and basically we like this type of offer. And when this warranty claims, even the warranty claims, but obviously organization never want that customers very often will return their products, and it will damage their branding image and profitability and their position in the market. So here we can see that the highest level here, the return items highest level is 5. It is a finite number. Okay, so therefore, suppose in a particular organization, okay, they are keeping one stock, and here only the claim products will be added there, but there is a limitation. This room or space must have the capacity, finite capacity. Then what will happen if there is a 5 items in the stock? There is a 5 maximum capacity of the rework items. 5, it means suppose 5 equal to 10, then already 10 products comes to the organization for their warranty claims. And now what will happen if further the 11th number is customer is coming? Because if 11th number customer is coming with the product, you don't have the space. Then what you will do? There is a question. A question must be there in our mind that your capacity is finite. So if additional items reach to you, then what you will do by this additional item? And therefore, for relaxing this condition, we put one assumption. This assumption is like this, that service will be provided for the, okay, here if the inventory level for return items is in 5, then home service will be provided for the return item. It means the organization will tell that, okay, since we don't have any capacity and you should not be wait, just you put your item in your home, we will send the mechanic or repairman to your organization so that you will be free from the pain, and your service will be provided first. And that is we imposed here. Otherwise, okay, it might be unrealistic model for that. So Here we use certain notations or here symbol. Okay, so S I already tell that it is representing the maximum inventory level for fresh items, and whereas here maximum items is the phi of return items. Lambda is the arrival for the demands of the fresh items, not return items. But since returns arrival also there, and we put it the delta arrival rate of demands for the return items, and gamma is nothing but the replenishment rate. Okay, so when the fresh items, okay, it will be reached to the smaller s, it means reorder level, then with parameter gamma it will be replenished. Okay, but since in the rework method there is no reorder level, okay, that's why there is no replenishment method is there. Now you have to provide the product. When it is coming the external customer, you are providing with the parameter lambda. But when return items after servicing, you have to provide that to the customer, then it will be the parameter mu. And IT is denoting the inventory level at time t for fresh items, and xt representing the inventory level of the return items. Therefore, we can get two-dimensional Markov process, where U1 is basically representing the how many steps it can take for the fresh items, and also how many steps it can take from the return items. So therefore, okay, we have this type of step. Okay, and some assumptions basically I already told you, especially this is that I already discussed. So I think no need to spend time here. Now model actually. The infinitesimal generator of the two-dimensional Markov process. This is our Markov process for the inventory level for the fresh items, and it is for the return items. So T is greater than can be defined as A tilde equal to this. This basically all the possible transitions from one state to another are okay summarized here. Say for example lambda. Lambda, when inventory level is 1 to capital S, it can be reduced by one item, keeping that return items is fixed. Okay, return item is fixed. And that's why if I told you that there was a red matrix, the diagonal element will be negative. And here, if I equal to smaller S plus 1 to capital S, here, why it is smaller S plus 1? Because if it is reached to the reorder level, then there might have to replenishment. So therefore, we make a segmented from 0 to smaller s, and finally smaller s plus 1 to capital S. So these are the negative is called the diagonal elements will be there for different situations when I equal to k equal to I, and okay, return items will be like this. So this delta is the arrival rate of the rework items. Here you can see fresh items will be remaining same, but you can give that return items can add it to the stock with the parameter delta. Mu is the service, because service is provided from the rework inventory, and therefore it will be reduced by 1, and it will take from 1 to 5. Why? Because if 0, there is no need to make any rework, because no items are available for the rework demands. So this way, these are all the transitions in our system we summarized with this infinitesimal generator A tilde, and we can make a partition matrix. Okay, because we have several clusters, say 0 to smaller s1, then smaller s plus 1 to capital S. So a lot of, according to this different types of segment, we use this 6 partition matrix and sub matrices, so that lastly we can put all the sub matrix in the matrix, and we can get the entire picture. So making the sub matrix will make you very comfortable for the calculation and for realizing the matters deeply. So how this sub matrix basically we created? Here you can see that what we put is that here rework items will be keeping constant here and here. Only we change the fresh items level. And here I to I minus 1, K to I minus 1. It means I phi to I minus 1 phi. I phi minus 1 to I minus 1 phi minus 1. Okay, I phi minus 2, I minus 2, phi minus 2, like this. So this way you can see that I phi to I minus 1 phi, it is logical because one fresh items demands comes and you are giving to the customer, and therefore your fresh item level will be reduced by 1 unit, but the return items remaining same. Okay, so this way we can see that it becomes a diagonal matrix. Okay, so only the label is I equal to s plus 1 to s plus 2 and up to capital S. It means, okay, above the rewarder level, for above the rewarder level, okay, this is taking the shape. And here I2 k equal to I, it means I phi to I phi, I phi minus 1 to I phi minus 1, I phi minus 2 to I phi minus 2, this way. So it means I phi to I phi, it can be possible only when no demands comes for the fresh items, because if one fresh items demanded is there, then obviously inventory level for the fresh items will be reduced to the 1 unit. And if there is a return items, okay, comes, then okay, servicing, okay, rework after you are returning back to the customer, then obviously there will be one item reduced from the rework stock. So therefore it cannot be possible because we are keeping this I to I, k equal to I. So ultimately no change on the fresh items. And so, but here you can see I phi minus 1 to, okay, I phi minus phi minus 1 to I phi, because at that time I phi minus 1 to I phi, it is possible because there is a one return goods comes to you in the system with the parameter delta, and if you give the service, then phi minus 2 to phi minus 1, it is possible. So this way we are making these sub matrices, so that ultimately the reason is that we are making these sub matrices so that we can finally put to the matrix A tilde. This is this way. Okay, so here, okay, we are making this, putting the sub matrices in this matrix, and we get the A tilde. And by using this phenomena, means theorem, I already showed you that here by using this theorem, okay, we can get a set of linear equations, okay, and we can solve it, this set of linear equations, for getting the probabilities, because for probability models you have to know the probability vectors. Otherwise you cannot measure the system performances, and some other parameters you cannot evaluate it. So here you can see that if we are using this one, before that, since from the matrix we can see that it is irreducible, because you can reach from any one state from any other state. So therefore limiting distribution, if it is exists, and we can get this pi ij equal to t tends to infinity. It means our probability vector becomes the steady state vector. It is time independent, okay, time tends to infinity. And by using this theorem, pi a tilde equal to 0 and summation of pi ij equal to 1, because it is two-dimensional, and therefore we get this set of linear equations. And this set of linear equation you can solve by the Mathematica or some other software, MATLAB, whatever it is. So ultimately our aim is to get all the parameter value in terms of the single values. So for example, pi naught and okay, pi naught, and therefore by using the normalizing condition, we can get all the values, and this solution can be explicitly represented by this relation. Okay, if here I equal to 0, then you can get pi naught equal to pi naught, and beta naught will be identity matrix, so it will be remaining same. And if I equal to 1, okay, if I equal to 1, then you can get the pi naught beta 1. So beta 1 will give you by this calculation of these two matrices. Okay, and this way we can evaluate each and every steady state probability vectors for our which we can use in our purpose. We can, by using this parameter value probability vector, we can measure some system performances. So this is a very well-known concept that how you can evaluate the probability vectors. Okay. Now, by using this these equations, pi a tilde equal to 0 and normalizing conditions, and the solutions we got by using these relations, okay, we evaluated these probability vectors. So once you can get all the probability vectors here, we assume that capital S equal to 5. Okay, so you can take, if you have the computer program, you can consider much more value. So okay, we showed here only 5, a capital S equal to 5, a small amount of value, but one can give a much more value so that it will be more powerful calculations. Now we have two types of by using this probability. Here, if we can get this probability, and we got this in previous slide, and how we got this probability vectors, I showed you that by using the pi a tilde equal to 0 and normalizing conditions, and by using the frame of solutions, you can easily evaluate the average value of the expected value of the fresh inventory items, and also for the return items. And also you can evaluate the reorder rate by using the formula, and average customer loss for the systems, and service rates for the system return items. By the way, what is the purpose of these measurements? Okay, we have several characteristics and we measure this, but what is the purpose of the calculation? This one thing is that this is what we are doing, is that we are doing a applicable mathematics. Okay, it can be possible to apply in the industry. One is applied and another is theoretical, or whatever it is. So here, if someone is want to start a business for the first time, and if they don't have any data for getting the ideas, then this mathematical model can help them. And one of the purpose of the mathematical model is to reducing the risk factor for the organizations. Okay, and it is a very vital job for the organization, because in management terms also we use the word that is called the feasibility test is required for introducing any business, or before going to start a new business, you must have to have the feasibility test, whether your business will give you the profit or not, whether this business will be fulfill your purpose or not, because all the organizations are not working for the profit maximization. Some NGOs and social organizations, their main motto become the service maximization. But if it is profit maximization or profitable business, but still you have to make a feasibility test that whether this model will, this business will give you any profit or not. So that's why this measurement is very important. Another statement I'll quote from the Dr. Edward Deming. He was a guru of quality, that he once told that you cannot manage what you cannot measure. You cannot manage what you cannot measure. And therefore, measurement is a very important issue in every aspect in our life, not only for the business organization, but also in our personal life, social life, family life, business life. You have to manage. If you have to manage, definitely you need the information. And that's why the present era is referred as the ICT. You know that ICT, information. You have the information, you have the technology, but no communication, that it will not work. And that's why, present era is called the information, communication, and technological era. So, and this is because of the communication. Today I am before you, that I am presenting my research paper in front of you, because we had some communication with the Dr. Bloom Joseph and myself, and that's why I am here. So by the way, we took some cost analysis and we evaluated the expected cost function. So we can easily evaluate the cost function here. Now, thing is that we got some numerical values by utilizing the parameter value. One thing we did call the sensitivity analysis. Actually, we wanted to know that actually we have a lot of cost involved, a holding cost, okay, replenishment cost, or some other cost is involved, and we have some other parameter, say delta, mu, and gamma, etc. Then which parameter is very sensitive for your organization? Which parameter you have to tackle? Because some cases you can see that we find out that holding cost for the fresh items and return items, this holding cost become very sensitive in our model, because you can see that when the inventory level is okay, inventory holding cost, okay, total cost is just going up 3 unit to 6 unit against the holding cost parameter. And therefore this sensitivity analysis will help you that you have to tackle the holding cost. And a lot of, maybe you will find out a lot of solutions for that, so that it will be less impact on your total cost. Suppose, say for example, how you can reduce the holding cost. How you can reduce the holding cost? Suppose, okay, if you take one stock as a rent, one go down as a rent, then you have to pay, suppose, say 10,000 taka per month. But your item is not as much as for the capacity matching. You require very small amount of space. Then you can go for the some sharing purpose, or you can use another's go down for your product, so that ultimately it must have a control expenses as a holding cost. So this and something I will tell for the future research related, because you all know that a lot of methods are available here. Matrix analytic methods are available. Then that another complex phenomena you can tackle by using the different models. So this rework paper basically we introduce, and we hope, and I especially hope that here today, who is hearing my lectures, will tackle this type of problem. And if they want, I can send my published paper to your email, so that you can work on that, and we can make even some works together. And Kerala, I like Kerala. I visited several times after returning back to my home in 2009, most probably in 2011, 2014. I visited Coimbatore, then NIT Calicut, and then Cochin University of Science and Technology. So here I know that a lot of students are working under Krishnamurti sir. He is such a productive fellow, and even in his late age, okay, he is still young and tackling a lot of inventory problems. And okay, and then if I can be part of you, then I will be very happy. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to sharing this my paper. And if someone is required, I can send my full paper to their email. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Blooming Joseph.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session. Sridevi, is there any questions
Hello.
in the chat box of YouTube?
We are searching for the question. Now there exist no
Hello.
questions.
Okay.
Hello.
Now I would like to invite our PG student Jeevan to give a feedback.
Very good afternoon to one and all. Myself, Jeevan. I'm a second year postgrad student. Well, to be honest, this session was really informative. Sir has shared us with a lot of knowledge in a very short span of time. And I truly admire the effort that Sir has put in for this session. And I'm sure that all the students, all the participants over here has completely benefited out of the sessions. And thank you so much, sir, for giving out this session exclusively for us. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeevan. Thank you, sir. I would like to invite Dr. Jaya S., Associate Professor of Mathematics, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Jasmiri. Good evening, everyone. I am Jaya, Faculty, Department of Mathematics, Maharaja's College. On behalf of Department of Mathematics, Maharaja's College, I take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to those who have directly or indirectly contributed this webinar series. First, I would like to thank our chief guest and resource person, Dr. Mohammad Ekramol Islam, Professor and Treasurer, Northern University of Bangladesh. So we are really enlightened with your knowledge and questions. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. Matthew George, for his enthusiastic support. Now, I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Jyoti Varghese, who, uh, who was expected to felicitate this event, but unexpectedly he cannot attend this function. Thank you, Jyoti sir. Now, I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Santosh T. Varghese, NAT coordinator, for his support in making this series a grand success. Now, I take this opportunity to thank the energetic and lively person behind this seminar, Dr. Blumi Joseph, the convener and head of Department of Mathematics. She is the person behind developing the idea put forward of webinar series put forward by Dr. Santosh T. Varghese into a reality. Thank you, Dr. Blumi Joseph. I would like to thank Jismiri Jones, Faculty, Department of Mathematics, and coordinator of this webinar for her enthusiastic efforts. Now, I take this opportunity to thank all faculty members of the Department of Mathematics who played a vital role in making this webinar a great success. I must not forget to thank the team of students and research scholars who contributed to the organizing of this webinar series till the last lecture. Thank you, my dear students and research scholars. A special thanks to our research scholars, Sri Devi. Now take this opportunity to thank all the participants who have actively participated in this webinar series. Once again, I take this opportunity to thank one and all who directly and indirectly supported us to make this a great success. Thank you.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, thank you for accepting my request.
Hello.
Okay, welcome. You are always welcome.
Now,
All Kerala's are welcome. Okay. And I'm inviting you, all of you, to visit Bangladesh for research or other purpose. Okay. So you can easily come and I can
Thank you,
host
sir.
you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
thank you, sir. Now, we are entering to the valedictory session. We have with us Professor P.K. Ravindran. He is a retired Deputy Director of Collegiate Education Department and former President of KSSP. He is the former Director and Registrar of IRTC. He has played a key role in formulating policies for Government of Kerala. He is the Governing Council Chairman of Maharaja's College, Ernakulam. He is the member of many government committees, including the working groups of Kerala State Planning Board. He is a popular science writer and published many books. I would like to invite Professor P.K. Ravindran to deliver the valedictory speech. Please, sir.
Hello.
Sir, we can hear you. Sir, can you on the video?
No, now I can. I think you can. You people can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Now can I start?
Okay, sir. Sir.
I prefer to speak in Malayalam,
Okay.
as you very well know. I know your chief guest is somebody who doesn't understand Malayalam. Even
No.
then, I will be talking in Malayalam, which is my preferred. Friends, I'm very happy to be here with you people for the valedictory function. of the webinar on mathematics. As all of us know, during this COVID times, the Maharaja's College and its faculty is very much active in academic engagements, doing seminars, workshops, etc., making use of the e-platform. And the leadership for that comes from the various research departments of the college. As
Sir,
well
can
as
you switch on the camera?
camera, I couldn't give it like that.
Is it possible to switch on the camera?
Let me see whether I can have it this way.
It's okay, it's okay, sir. It's okay,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
No problem. It's audible.
Yeah, I think that will be enough.
Okay. It's okay, sir.
Now they say my device doesn't support video.
Oh, yes, maybe.
So in the pandemic, in the COVID period, we are conducting a lot of seminars, which you call as webinars. And that way we are able to get familiarized with the modern advances in the separate various disciplines. And the mathematics department is in the forefront, I may say. So is the English department, the chemistry department, the Malayalam department, various other departments as well. But if I remember correct, the mathematics department, the postgraduate and research department of mathematics, has done a lot of work which academically benefits both the students as well as the teachers. And the teacher education program like this is something that doesn't usually happen during the normal working of the college. And this particular situation where we are forced to remain indoors indirectly has helped us to enrich ourselves. So this opportunity has been taken to the fullest extent by our teachers in the various departments, and to some extent or to a great extent it is beneficial to the students as well in two ways. One, they are able to hear the experts from inside and outside, as well as they will be enriched by what their teachers get from outside experts in the field. So this academic exchange that is taking place in the various departments of the college and especially in the mathematics department has come to a conclusion. And as one who was associated with the academic functioning of the college, as the, I may say, as the former governing council chairman, because when I agreed to your request, I was the chairman of the governing council. Now the term of the governing council, it seems, has expired on 26th. But anyway, as I said that I will be attending this session, I have come to you to deliver, to speak to you people about the importance of this academic exercise that we are doing. And it is said that we will be starting formal teaching work in a limited manner for our final year degree students as well as the final year PG students from the 4th of next month as well. So it will be a mixture of online and offline classes. Regarding the topic that you have discussed, I am nobody to express any opinions about that because it is not my subject. I am a student of chemistry, or rather I was a student of chemistry. So thank you very much for giving me such an opportunity to be with you in this occasion. to deliver what you call as the valedictory address, and thanking all of you for the pains that you've taken to enrich academically yourself, which will ultimately benefit our students. And I'm sure the fruits of these exercises we will be getting from the results of next year's exams at the UG as well as the PG classes. And again, it will be of much use to the researchers in the mathematics department. The researchers in the mathematics department, I am sure, will be attending the classes. And also, I hope from January onwards, they will be regularly attending the college as well. So this exercise, I am sure you will take forward, and we can reap good results out of this. So thank you once again for giving me such an opportunity, and wish you all success in future.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Bloomy Joseph, Head of the Department of Mathematics, to deliver the vote of thanks to the session.
Dears, our international webinar series, scheduled from 5th of this month till date, is coming to an end now. From the depth of my heart, I take this opportunity to thank each and everyone who made this a grand success. First of all, let me thank Governing Council Chairman, although former, P.K. Ravindran Sir, Principal Dr. Matthew George, Vice Principal Dr. Jaya Mol KV, IQAC Coordinator Santosh Sir, for giving a green signal to this program. Without their consent, this would not have been possible. Thank you, Ravindran Sir, Matthew Sir, Jayamol Ma'am, Santosh Sir. Now, let me thank all the resource persons for coming down to us, for sharing their expertise in mathematics. I also wish to extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. Ikram, today's resource person, for being with us till now. Thank you, sir. Next, I wish to augment my profound thanks to all the coordinators who have come forward to felicitate each and every session and for blessing this program with their presence and words. I thank all the faculty members of Mathematics Department, especially Jismeri Jose and research scholar Sridevi VS, for their wonderful and dedicated involvement over the entire program. A special thanks goes to Dr. Jaya S. and research scholar Neetu PR for close monitoring the entire program. I also wish to thank my colleague Sri Raj Kes and Tasneem Tia for their effort to make this program a memorable one. I also indebted to all the research scholars who have presented their papers in this program. Last but not the least, thanks are also due to all the research students, PG students, especially Jeevan, Kavya, Avani, Parvati, etc. UG students, dear participants, and all who extended their cooperation and to make it a grand success. Above all, I take this opportunity to pray and thank the God Almighty for showering His abundant blessing on us. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Once again, thank you all. Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir. With this, we conclude our webinar series.